Parc Ferme, you hear it branded about every single race weekend, but what is it and how does the FIA actually enforce it? Well, for a start, Parc Ferme is French, it means closed park, and here's how it works. From setup sheets to overnight surveillance. Once Parc Ferme kicks in, which is usually at the start of qualifying, unless of course it's a sprint weekend, the car setup for each team is locked in. Suspension, wings, ride height, all locked in, complete hands off from the teams. The teams will only be allowed to replace damaged parts, and even then, they still have to submit a formal request to the FIA before they touch anything. That request then means that part has to be like for like, no upgrades, no experiments, just a straight swap. So how did FIA know what should be on the car? Well, before Parc Ferme kicks in, every team has to submit a full setup sheet. Now these days it's obviously all digital, it used to literally be on a piece of paper, and it includes everything that's going to be on that car. The camber, the toe, the ride height, the wing settings, the cooling levels, absolutely everything. Once it's submitted, that becomes the FIA's reference point. If anything changes and it wasn't approved, well, that's a breach. The FIA also assigns scrutineers to every single garage in the Formula 1 pit lane. Now, these scrutineers are physically there. They're watching what mechanics touch. Nothing gets changed without being logged with the FIA. And of course, nothing gets logged without approval or supervision from that FIA official. And on top of all of that, we have 24-hour surveillance in the garages. Every single garage has a camera. They're overhead, they're fixed, they're even motion censored. If a team swaps something at 2 a.m, the FIA can review the footage, check the timestamp and call them out on it. It's all recorded, it's all controlled by the FIA. There are no blind spots when it comes to the car. And then of course, on top of all of that, we've got the curfew. Now, mechanics have to be out of the garage by a set time every single night. That means no late night working, that means no sneaky setup tweaks in the middle of the night. But each team does get 2 free passes a season, which are called curfew jokers. Now, you can break the curfew twice without any penalty in a season if you need to do so. After that, well, you can get a fine or grid penalty depending on the session once you've breached that Parc Ferme curfew. Sprint weekends make it even more intense. A Parc Ferme will of course start on Friday for the sprint qualifying and last for the sprint race, and then it's lifted briefly before locking again before qualifying for the main Grand Prix on Saturday for Sunday's Grand Prix. That small window is still the same, it's still controlled, the same rules still apply. Any changes will still need the FIA approval, same form, same overnight rules, same curfew rules, break the Parc Ferme rules even slightly in any session, and it's a pit lane start, no discussion. That's how seriously the FIA enforces Parc Ferme in Formula 1. Now, of course, we might be in the summer break, but the Formula 1 content doesn't stop. If you haven't already, hit that follow button, and of course, check out online at www.coffeecornermotorsport.com for all of the latest from the paddock to the pit lane via, of course, the shed.